I think for practice, we've been working on a lot of serve and pass. I think that's something that we really need to clean up. And then just our offensive rhythm. And today we'll work on more defensive game plan versus Kansas, but it's been nice to get some full practices in. We're getting into our third day in the weight room today, so it's nice to have the full week here to be able to prep. 2 home matches in a row doesn't come around often. So
20 matches on your belt now in the season. I would assume your freshmen are starting to turn into sophomores, you'd think. A lot of people coming along. Just how has your overall team been developing?
Yeah, good. I think they're developing well. I think you get to a point in the season, you're just past midterms, and I just talked to a bunch of the freshmen yesterday about kind of getting into their second win now. I think you've gone through kind of a good half of the semester, and you can kind of get your footing under you. You know what to expect a little bit more. You know what a road trip is like in the Big 12 and all those types of things. So I think our upperclassmen have done a really good job of bringing them along, and they're really starting to gel as a group.
Shifting gears towards Kansas, you got a win over Kansas State earlier in the year, who was just outside the top 25. The Jayhawks are number 23 this week. What type of challenges will they present?
I mean, they're a great team. I think they're well-rounded at every position. I think, they don't have a lot of weaknesses. And to be that type of, to see that kind of success, that's what you got to do, is you got to kind of hide those, So I think they do a good job of that. I think anytime you're going to go play a team in the top 25, I mean, it's just going to amp you up a little bit more, than you would normally. I mean, you want to prep the same way every time. You want to get up for teams the same way every time, but it's just part of it, And we've talked about that a little bit, but we'll prep the same way, We'll do the same kinds of things. We'll keep our focus on us, and how we're playing the game, and that we want to do that really, really consistently, so that we're playing to our strengths. That's what we really want to do. So that's where we've kept our focus.
A full slate of action in Morgantown on Saturday. We've got a football game at noon. We've got a volleyball match at 6:30. I think there's a men's soccer game also. Mm-hmm. What's that just college game day atmosphere like in Morgantown?
Oh, it's great. We've got Fox Sports News out in the front of the Coliseum for football game day, and that's great because I think it'll bring a lot of people over here right in front of the Coliseum for our match. But it's great to be in a college town and be able to have this environment. And that's what's great about the Big 12 is, we'll play our volleyball matches the same day as a football game. And you get a lot of those same fans coming into your venue and really supporting volleyball. And sometimes you get fans that have never seen a volleyball match before, and then you build some new regulars and that's been a great thing about being able to play on a football game day. And so I think it's a great environment to get the real college game day feel. So it's a fun thing to be a part of for sure.
You mentioned kind of getting to have a little stretch of home matches here.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas Saturday, and then number 3 Texas comes to town Wednesday.
Yeah.
I believe Saturday's a gold rush, Wednesday's a whiteout. How important is it for the fans to get out and support the team?
Oh, it's huge. It is huge, and that was really big for us against K-State. I think the Coliseum can be a tough place to play when we've got that fan support, when people are engaged. That was a difference maker for us, and we got to have that, and that's why we want to do some different things. Gold Rush, like you said, wide out for Texas. I think when people come, bring a friend, bring a family member, somebody who hadn't seen the game before. Especially with Texas, they are, it's a last year's national champion. It's our first televised match here at WVU, and with that, it'll be nationally televised. So I think it'll be a fun thing to be a part of, and it just helps our team out.